Hey everybody! You are live! Exclamation mark, says StreamYard. I have never used this program before, but I asked some of my video editing friends, and I didn't get back many Adobe Premieres. I don't want to mess with that program. I don't want to mess with Photoshop because I don't want to give Adobe money forever. I think it's amazing that they are literally doing this like subscription model to get you to buy their stuff forever. That's pretty insane to me. I don't know how they think they can get away with that. I cannot hear myself. Can I hear it? There we are. Now I'm back. So I turned down my volume just a little bit because I was clipping last night when I got loud. But now it's not loud enough. I don't know what in the world is going on with it. But whatever. We'll go with this the way it is. I got 3 green bars. That's what I want. Anyway, so that's why I didn't do Adobe. I've the few videos I've clipped up, I've used iMovie, and right off the bat, I don't like how Apple is doing their video editing app. It's very simple, but I can already feel that I'm going to have headaches with it. Like I don't like that. Say you want to upload a video in 4K, you can't just or export in 4K. You can't just export and pick 4K and do that. You have the first clip in your stack of videos in your timeline. The first clip in your timeline has to be a 4K video. So I ended up like going in the dark closet and recording a 4K dark video and then putting that at the beginning for like a tenth of. I just didn't right off the bat. I was like, no. I'd used OpenShot before, and I liked OpenShot okay, but it kept crashing. Like it was obviously um not programmed very well. Um so Davinci Resolve. I had friends recommend Davinci Resolve, and the more I looked into it, it looks like what they use in Hollywood. And you get like 90% of the program for free. And then if you want all the special effects and stuff, it's like one-time payment of $300. And I'm like, man, that's legit. So let's learn that one. So that's the one I'm gonna do. All right. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit because I keep getting 2 bars. So we'll turn it up until I get right there. 3 bars of green when I'm talking. Okay, no yellow. That'll work, I think. I'm gonna turn the headphones down a little bit. All right. So let's open up a tab and we are gonna go to DaVinci Resolve. All right. So I will let's put this present share screen, and just like my Ableton, I mean, this is kind of boring probably at the beginning, but the purpose of these videos is that you'll look back one day and be like, he didn't have any idea what he was doing, and now he's able to make awesome videos with that as an inspiration. I heard someone say today there's 3 E's to making content. Is it educational? I'm literally reading books on here. Is it encouraging? I always try to be encouraging because life's tough and we got to be kind to each other. That fake Plato quote says so. And number 3, is it entertaining? I try to be entertaining. I don't know. How do you know when you're entertaining? People just tell you and you can believe it or not. All right. So that, let's see. New tab. Let's do that. New tab. Okay. And we're just going to search for it. All right. Can you see that yet? Yep, you can see it. We'll put me down here. There we go. So we search for it, and this is the first thing you see when you go to the website. All these cool movies made with this program. Now, I don't plan to make the new King Kong. Um So hopefully it'll work just fine for cutting up, audiobooks. I think we'll see how it goes. Let's read the page. It's kind of a lot, but we're going to eventually just get down into the manual. So let's see what we're digging into here. Davinci Resolve is the world's only solution that combines editing, color correction, visual effects, motion graphics, and audio post production all in one software tool. That's kind of my idea is to, if I'm going to learn one of these, learn one you can grow into. I don't know. Maybe I will be the next Steven Spielberg. Who knows? But if you're going to spend all this time to learn something, it might as well be one of the ones that you can grow with as opposed to iMovie or whatever. Which, if iMovie's doing what you want to do, that's fine. But um, down the road, I would love to make like some documentaries like Peter Coffin or, just documentaries pretty much. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll make Saving Private Ryan Part 2. Who knows? Soviet version. Let's see. It's elegant. Modern interface is fast to learn and easy for new users, yet powerful for professionals. DaVinci Resolve lets you work faster and at a higher quality because you don't have to learn multiple apps or switch software for different tasks. That sounds good. This means you can work with camera original quality images throughout the entire process. It's like having your own post production studio in a single app. Best of all, by learning DaVinci Resolve, you are learning how to use the exact same tools used by Hollywood professionals. That is pretty cool. I know in software, Pro Tools is the one, but Pro Tools is kind of being superseded, it seems, by other softwares like I don't know. It's kind of whichever one you want. Tame Impala uses Ableton Live, so obviously you can make super complex stuff with Ableton. Edit Color, Fairlight Fusion, Hollywood's #1 post solution. Okay, so that's all about all kinds of crazy visual effects and stuff. That looks like a comfy way to work, I guess. That's kind of crazy to think about. This guy's drinking some liquor while he's making the Hollywood film. I don't know how much that'll help. Maybe he's just enjoying it. It looks like he's got his little minions working for him there. What's new? Well, I don't even know what's old. So that's cool. 30x faster playback on Apple Mac M1. So I'm glad I got one of those. Lots of color stuff, subtitles. Okay. This is all looking good. Multi-user collaboration. That's neat. You can work with other people. The timeline looks exactly like iMovie, more or less, from what I've seen. All-in-one solution for post-production. Media cut, edit, fusion, color, Fairlight. I think Fairlight's their audio editor, so that's kind of interesting. It's divided into pages. Each one gives you a dedicated workspace and tools for specific tasks. Editing is done on the cut and edit pages, visual effects and motion graphics on the fusion page. Okay. Color correction on the color page, audio on the Fairlight page, and media organization and output on the media and deliver pages. All it takes is a single click to switch between tasks. They're selling me. They got slick stuff here. The edit page is the world's most advanced professional nonlinear editor. Familiar track layout, dual monitor design. Okay, so you put your clips over here and then you edit over here. That's cool. Make it easy for new users to learn while still being powerful enough for professional editors. It's perfect for larger projects. Okay. Drag and drop editing, context sensitive, automatic trimming tools, fully customizable keyboards, shortcuts so you can work faster. Okay, tons of free transitions and stuff. You get complete media management, organization, and timeline management tools. Okay. Professional trimming functions. Okay. Proxy editing. I don't know what that is. Got to learn that. Effects and titles. Subtitles and closed captioning. That'll be helpful. Cut. Designed for editors to turn around work fast. The cut page is perfect for projects with tight deadlines that you have to turn around quickly. It's also great for documentary work. The cut page has a streamlined interface that's fast to learn and designed for speed. Features such as source tape, dual timelines, fast review, and smart editing tools help you work faster than ever. The sync bin and source override tools are the fastest way to edit multi-cam programs, making it easy to create perfectly synchronized cutaways. Everything on the cut page is action-based, so every click does something. That means you'll spend more time editing and less time hunting for commands. Plus, the scalable interface is great for portable editing. Okay. Source tape, source overwrite, audio trim view, smart reframe, multicam editing. Color, Hollywood's favorite color corrector. I find this interesting. Color correction. I don't know anything about this at all, but seems important. The Davinci Resolve color page is Hollywood's most advanced color corrector and has been used to color and finish more high-end feature films and television shows than any other system. It's also approachable, with features designed to make it easier for new users to get great results while they continue to learn the advanced tools. For example, new primary control sliders will be familiar to anyone who's used image editing software, making it easy to adjust contrast, temperature, midtone, detail, saturation, and more. The color page has an incredible range of primary and secondary color grading features, including power windows, qualifiers, tracking. Okay. HD color wheels, custom curves, node editor, power windows, Resolve FX. Fusion, cinematic quality visual effects and motion graphics. This is interesting. This seems like if you learn this one, you kind of learn all of it. I don't know. Like what is Adobe Illustrator or Adobe After Effects? What do those do that this doesn't? Anything? The Fusion page lets you create cinematic visual effects and broadcast quality motion graphics right inside of Davinci Resolve. Fusion features a node-based workflow that makes it easier and easier to create sophisticated effects and animation than you could ever create using a layer-based approach. You get hundreds of 2D and 3D tools for visual effects and motion graphics, along with advanced animation curve and keyframe editors that allow you to create incredibly organic and realistic animations. Fusion has everything from point, planar, and 3D camera tracking to rotoscope and keying tools for creating photorealistic composites, stunning animated titles, 3D particle systems, and more. Working with nodes, true 3D workspace, animate 2D and 3D titles, the coast, deep pixel compositing, virtual set extensions. Fairlight, this sounds interesting. Fairlight, professional tools designed for audio post-production. The Fairlight page features hundreds of pro tools for audio post-production. It's like having a professional digital audio workstation built into your editing and color system. Familiar keyboard-based editing tools let you work extremely fast, especially if you're moving to Fairlight from another system. The incredible new Fairlight Audio Core lets you work with up to 2,000 tracks at a time. Wow. With real-time effects, EQ, and dynamic processing, you get sample-accurate editing tools, advanced ADR and Foley, and Fairlight effects such as reverb, de-esser, hum remover, and more. You can mix and master stereo, 5.1, 7.1, and even the latest immersive 3D audio formats all within the same project. Professional ADR toolset, 2,000 tracks in real time, elastic wave, retiming, Fairlight effects and plugins, free sound library. Cool. Media and delivery. The media and delivery page. Have everything you need to import, manage, and deliver final projects. The media page is a dedicated full-screen workspace that lets you prepare footage, sync clips, organize media into bins, and add metadata before you start editing. Use the clone palette to ensure every bit of data in the camera media cards is copied during backup. During editor grading, stream video outputs to a remote client via monitor via deck link. You can output and upload files to YouTube, Vimeo, and Twitter from anywhere page. From anywhere page? That's weird English. Using the quick export tool. The deliver page gives you total control over all encoding options and formats, along with a render queue for exporting multiple jobs. I don't know if this girl looks happy to be using the software or not. I guess she's concentrating. All right. Automatic AV syncing, smart metadata management, render options, remote rendering workflow programs. And here we have Resolve effects. Ooh, this is interesting. Over 100 GPU and CPU accelerated Resolve effects such as blurs, light effects, noise, image restoration, beauty enhancement. I could use some of that. Who am I kidding? I'm perfect. Stylize and more. Version 18 adds even more plugins for depth map generation, surface tracking, fast noise, and dispelling. I'm just as God made me, said the Elephant Man. There's even more improvements to the beauty effect, edge detection, and lens reflections. Automatically generate a 3D matte of a scene with the depth map effects to grade or add effects to a background or foreground. Track the movement of textured surfaces with the surface tracker effect to apply images to t-shirts, flags, and faces. Oh, that's cool. All Resolve effects can be applied and animated in the cut, edit, fusion, and color pages. All right. I just want to look at these images. They're so beautiful. Davinci Neural Engine. I don't know what that means. Let's see what it is. It uses state-of-the-art deep neural networks and machine learning along with artificial intelligence to power features such as facial recognition, object detection, smart reframing, speed warp retiming, super scale upscaling, auto color and color matching, and more. The Davinci Neural Engine is entirely cross-platform using the GPU innovations for AI and deep learning to provide unparalleled performance and quality. Provides simple tools to solve complex, repetitive, and time-consuming problems. For example, it enables facial recognition to sort and organize clips into bins based on people in the shot, to reframe shots, and more. Oh, that's cool. Third-party plugins and storage, so you can use your NAS, Illmatic. Okay. So this is just saying it plays nice with third-party plugins. It's easy to move files between Davinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, Media Composer. I never heard of that one, but it plays nice with others. Is what it's saying. Look at all these people doing crazy things. Davinci Resolve editor keyboards. Whoa, those look crazy. I don't think I'll ever need one of those, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll look back at this and laugh. Oh boy, did you ever need one of those? Davinci Resolve keyboards have been designed as an alternative way to edit that's much faster than a mouse because you can use both hands at the same time. The Davinci Speed Editor features dedicated edit function keys on the left and a high-quality search dial with electronic clutch and transport controls on the right. You can use the search dial and source tape buttons with your right hand to locate shots, while simultaneously marking in and out points, performing edits, and live trimming with your left hand, all without touching the mouse. That's so weird. I don't know. I don't get it. I feel like you could use your mouse and your left hand on the keyboard like you do with any game. I obviously don't understand. The Davinci Resolve editor keyboard adds a QWERTY keyboard with color-coded shortcut keycaps designed for editors who spend hours each day editing. I mean, that literally looks like a keyboard over here, and you're buying the dial, I guess. People like the dial for some reason. I don't know. What is this? Color panels let you adjust multiple parameters at once so you can create unique looks that are impossible with a mouse and a keyboard. The incredibly small Davinci Resolve micro panel is great for new colors, just getting started for anyone that needs a portable panel. 3 high-quality trackballs, knobs for primary adjustment controls, and button for playback. Okay. High-end professional colorists. Looks like they're trying to sell you their space station equipment here. I don't know. It does look cool. This guy's happy. He's happy to use this software. This girl's like she's asking Santa for something. Fairlight professional audio consoles. Holy crap. They're really trying to sell you the Starship Enterprise here. That's what's going on. Yeah. So you can buy a whole audio rack. Use in home studios. What kind of home studio is this? I'm sure in old Hollywood, there's a lot of these in homes. Download Davinci Resolve free. This is the best part. The best creative tools shouldn't be limited to Hollywood. That's why there's a free version of Davinci Resolve, so you can learn how to use the same tools that professional Hollywood artists use. Davinci Resolve is designed to inspire creativity so you can focus on doing your best work. Once you learn the software and start using it for more work, you can purchase Davinci Resolve Studio, which adds tons of additional effects, 3D, and more. Adding an editor, keyboard, color control panel, and audio console lets you work even faster because you can use both hands at the same time, allowing you to be more creative and do things that are impossible with the mouse. Impossible with the mouse. Impossible. They're selling it hard. 2 great versions. All right. Well, I think we need to learn how to use it before we spend $295. So we've got free and we've got $295. And this website, or we can just go ahead. I think we should just go ahead, guys, and buy the Fairlight console bundle 5-bay for $48,995. Because we're serious, we're not messing around on this YouTube channel. And I think I'm bringing in like $10 a month at this point. So I don't know how many years that'd take, but we could pay it. We could pay it off. Dream big. So let's go up here to free. Free download. Hollywood's most popular solution for editing, visual effects, motion graphics, color correction, and audio post-production, all in a single software tool for Mac, Windows, and Linux. That's amazing. It works in Linux. I guess this adds the neural engine, bunch of AI stuff, stereoscopic tools. I don't even know what that means. Filters. I barely know what that means. More audio plugins and HDR grading. I don't know what that means. So we probably don't want that one. The free one, I love how they have 2 different things that seem to say the same thing. Let's read this one. 2 great versions. Free, the world's only all-in-one solution for editing, color, VFX, motion graphics, and audio. The free version works with virtually all 8-bit video formats at up to 60 frames per second in resolutions as high as Ultra HD 2160. I think that's 4K, I think. The free version includes multi-user collaboration HDR grading. Now this one, the neural engine, dozens of additional resolve effects, temporal and spatial noise reduction. That's nice. You can do that in something else. Stereoscopic 3D film grain, optical blur, and mist effects, and more. Mist will cost you $295, people, if you want mist in your video. I remember that game back in the 90s. It was something. It was misty. It also supports 10-bit video. Whoa. Goodbye 8-bit. Nintendo NES. We're up to 10-bit. And even the SNES had 16-bit. I don't know. Come on, Hollywood. Get with it. Also supports 10-bit video at up to 120 frames per second and resolutions beyond 4K. Beyond. Just how much of the frog do you need to see? All right, so we're going to go with this one. Free download now. We're on a Mac. We're on a Mac, people. So we're going to hit Mac. Oh, it's going to make me put in a bunch of stuff about myself. So I tell you what, I am going to quit sharing this screen. Oh, Tomas, thanks for dropping by, man. Oh, hey, I'm just, I really like to do, I'm an extrovert. So I'm learning things here in front of you. It does look pretty cool. So I'm gonna start from scratch, and if you ever have some free time, Tomas, you can just see if your boy's learning anything. So, I tell you what, I don't know. Let me fill this in real quick. Putting on something for you to watch, but I'll just talk to you. Okay. I like to put in, when I put in my phone number, I like to put it in just the right way, you know, way that looks nice. But I never know, should I put the one in there or is that just assumed? I found with text messages, my texts get there whether I put the one or not. Back in the day, you had to put the one. Okay. Tell us how you'll use this. I think you know how I'll use this. Okay. Register and download. Download a zip. You want me to do the zip? Okay. Save. 3.1 gigabytes to download it. And it'll take 11 minutes. Well, we did this with GarageBand the other night. So, oh, that's okay, Tomas. I kind of want to ask you where you work, but I don't want you to maybe you can just tell me what kind of work you do. I'm a school teacher in the day, and I work at Walmart in the pharmacy sometimes on the weekend, and at night. It appears I'm mainly going to read books on YouTube and occasionally try to entertain the people, and occasionally do some political commentary. I don't know. That appears to be what my YouTube life's going to look like until I get this Davinci Resolve down, and then I'm going to make Jaws 5, The Revenge Part 2. And I feel that's what my true calling in life. Everything else is just a means to an end. Socialism with American characteristics. Everything is just leading to the Jaws pentology. Is that what you call it? The Jaws pentology. It needs to be completed, and I'm the man to do it. Awesome, man. You should. There's a ton of stuff. We all need to read it. Ton of stuff we got to put out there. And honestly, I got this, what I think's a great mic and a great audio interface. But the other night, I forgot to turn it on, and I recorded an hour-long stream with just this little microphone and right up here. I couldn't really tell the difference. It's not that big of a deal. I think so often we try to get the perfect equipment before we do things we could have been doing for years. I did that. I think there's something about hitting 35. I was raised in church, and the Bible always says you're allotted 70 years. And I was like, well, I'm halfway there. I like to think I'll live till 160, but as long as I'm healthy and spry, I'll live as long as the good Lord will grant me. But I don't know. It just kind of hit something in my mind. It's time to get going. You got nothing to lose. You're already naked. There's no reason not to follow your heart, says Steve Jobs, who's also dead. I love that quote by him. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is one of the greatest things in life to help me when I need to make the hard decisions or something like that. When I look in the mirror too many days in a row and I say, if today was the last day, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And the answer is no. It's time to do something different. All right, let's see what Tomas said about he said the dial is probably a jog wheel. You can buy them separate from other people too. I'll just have to research what a jog wheel means. I don't really get it. Is it like a game controller for video editors? That's, I guess, to go through. You can zoom through video quicker than you can with like two fingers like this. You got to do this is better. That's my guess. He said, I'm saving up for the Pocket 4K. It comes with the paid version of Resolve and it's a great camera. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll put that on my list, my wish list. Camera's 1300. You know, that's not really that bad. Uh for a great camera. Um I'm starting to see why it's nice to have a great camera. I really like how, well, let me see, maybe I can just show you on here. We're at 1.1 gigabytes. We're going to get 3.1. I don't know if it'll work. Let me see. Yeah, it'll work. So I really like how this will just let me use my phone, and that quality is good enough to see that I have acne in my middle age years, and some real poor action there. I don't know how much better I would want a camera to get. And Apple has been phenomenal at the ease with which this just works flawlessly. Like I can put it right here, and then I can go back to this, which that's a pretty good camera too. I just picked the other one. That's pretty good. Especially this one's like 14 megapixels. I think the new iPhone's like 48. It's pretty good. This is the entertainment part of the E, looking very closely at my face. Ah. Okay. So that's pretty cool. But it is nice to have a great camera just plugged in and you never have to worry about it. Kind of like the audio interface. Although I was reading the Red Book last night and I started screaming. It's hard to read Mao without getting into it. And I kept clipping, which doesn't really matter. Uh, excuse me. When you're recording and you can normalize at the end, but jog wheels, stuff like jog wheels make sense for pro editors where time is money. Okay. Nature's beautiful, man. I need to get back on my nature walks. When I went from an iPhone 6S to an iPhone 13 Pro, and I was just blown away. Every time I get a new iPhone, I wait so long to get one that I'm blown away by how good the video quality is. Um, so the 13 Pro, I was like, I'm just gonna walk in nature and record 4K, and I did it for a while, and then it got cold, and I kind of quit doing it. But I still owe the people some Based in the Woods streams. Yeah. Well, I got one on here. I got the Volt 276. It's got a 76 compressor and a vintage preamp. Um I need to just buy the limiter when I use my Apollo upstairs. There's a limiter I can put on there, but yeah. I could change it to fast. I don't know how, if that would compress it all the way. Let's see. Let's try it. I'll turn it to fast and crank it up. Can I clip? Clip, clip. Actually, it's really hard to clip with it on fast because that's made for like drums, I guess. Hello, 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 hello. It's starting to get real. Hey, you too, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to where I was, my settings. I will try that. I might use the drum percussion clip, clip. I might use the drum compression a little more. Okay. So we're at 2 gigs. We got to get to 3.1. So I'm gonna find the Resolve like manual. I saw they have a beginner's manual. Davinci Resolve beginner's manual. Davinci Resolve. What would you call it? Manual. Duh. I keep saying it. That's mean to yourself. Don't talk like that. Trying to be kinder to myself. That's part of my spiritual streams on Saturdays. I think We take to heart how we talk to ourselves, and we should watch it. Be kind to ourselves. Davinci Resolve Beginner's Manual, maybe. Read the effing manual, as they say. Read the effing manual. Oh, you can be trained. You can become a Davinci Resolved trainee. Hmm. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if I'll do that. User manuals. Davinci Resolve 17 Beginner's Guide. Is that the one I am downloading? No. They're two different ones. There's reference manual and beginner's guide. Is there a Davinci Resolve 18 beginner's guide? Davinci Resolve beginner's guide. Beginner editing guide. Resolve 16. Let's just look. Let's try to go to that website. Documents.blackmagicdesign.com. Okay. Share screen. Documents. Let's go to this. Documents dot. We'll just click on that and then try to take this out. Oh, that's not it. There we go. We'll go here. That's the 16, and then we'll take it back to user manuals and see what we get. Page is missing. Okay. Let's take it all the way back to there. Can you not go there either? Okay. So, I guess you got to find it by Google. Davinci Resolve User Manual. Beginner's Guide to Davinci. Blackmagic publishes the 4,000 pages Davinci Resolve manual. That looks fun. I'm starting these like literal lifelong projects here. 4,000 pages. Reference manual. Well, we'll have a couple videos then. It's plenty of material. By the time I read it, they'll be on Davinci Resolve 40, and you'll just make movies inside your brain. You can download the manual fully free by clicking this link. Is that the one I have over here? Davinci Resolve 18.1. See, you're already behind if you're on 18. Look at this. 4,000 pages. Okay. Well, oh, here you go. So this is the one I was looking at. Davinci Resolve 18.1, and we're looking at 4,036 pages. You know, just in case, let's go ahead and save it. Okay. 165 megabytes. Wow. And while that's downloading, we will start with this one because that's what we are. We are an absolute beginner. And we'll go ahead and download that. Okay. So while that's finishing downloading, it's got a minute left. I don't know. Maybe we'll open it up and look at it. But this is a manageable 470 pages. Maybe we'll follow this up with the 4,000 page manual a little later on. I want to watch at this point. I want to watch a documentary on black magic design. How in the world has this happened? How have you guys made this giant software that has taken over Hollywood? I feel like there's a great story here. And to learn the software requires a 4,000 page manual. That's pretty interesting. Mm. So, Davinci Resolve. It's an interesting smirk. All right. Beginner's Guide. This came out last year, but now it's old. 17's so old. We're on to 18 now. High speed editing with the cut page. Okay. Edit page, quick start. Editing a 1 minute movie. I got to read 72 pages to figure out how to do that. Like I said, this is an endless supply of content forever. Thank you, Austin Kleon, for just saying all you need to do to make quality internet content is learn something in front of people. So I just selected some impossibly large things to learn and set up a weekly schedule, and we're going to learn them. So it appears Davinci Resolve has been downloaded, and it actually, let me show you. Let me see. Oh, it already comes with the manual. I already downloaded that. Well, I don't want two of those manuals. I don't know. Maybe I do, because I feel like I won't find it when I want to find it. So yeah, we're gonna click. I'll show you. See if I can present, share screen, share window, share that. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. So this is what we're gonna do now. Click install. You're about to install Davinci Resolve. All right. So it doesn't show you that pops up. That's probably good. We need a little mystery in our life, don't we? It's going to take up 6 gigs of space. I tell you, my very favorite thing about these new iMacs is the fingerprint password. It is slick. No more. It's much better to have like a very long master password too, because once you're in, you can just use the fingerprint. That's nice. And then you just assume the NSA has all this on lock anyway, so why worry too much about it, right, Edward Snowden? Flee to Russia. Flee to Russia when it gets hot. Hey, we are installed. Do you want to move that big file to the trash? Sure, move it to the trash. Okay, so we're in the Matrix, people. Let's try to open this thing. Davinci Resolve. Now it said I installed it, but I don't see it. Got to restart my computer. I sure hope not. It's not showing up. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, it's installed like 4 things. 5, maybe. Control panel, Fairlight Studio, Blackmagic Raw Player, Blackmagic Speed Test. What is Blackmagic Speed Test? You guys want to try that? Let's see what that is. Present Blackmagic Raw Speed Test. All right, let's see what this is. Start. 8K CPU. 8K metal. Oh, it looks pretty good. Let's test on my computer, I guess. These new Macs are crazy. This thing's barely hot. So I can do 8K at 29 frames per second. Eight K metal. I don't know what that means. Will it work? I guess I can do 4K up to 60 frames. These super high res, is that a, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what metal is. So, well, this computer can push it, but 4K at 60 frames. I guess we'll just have to buy a new computer when we want to do 6K video, 8K video editing, whatever it is. Woe is me. Mm, pushing it, pushing it. How do you know when this thing's over? Does StreamYard have an app? No, StreamYard's thing is that everything is in the cloud, which I liked with my old computer because it was not nearly as fast as this one. And then I sat around and tried to learn Stream or what's it called? OBS or Streamlabs. I downloaded both those things and I was immediately bored. It seemed much more confusing than StreamYard, and StreamYard just seems to work. So I don't know. If I have a nightly news show or something, I might learn one of the other ones or um but it's kind of interesting to think about that I really didn't have any interest in learning those because StreamYard just worked. And I knew if I pay like the $300 a year or whatever, then it'll do 1080p and it'll take that logo off there. StreamYard is incredibly easy to use. You just make an account and then you type your name in. It says enter studio and then you click go live and then there's a little button down there that says like it's just down at the bottom. You can just pick that's just me, or I can move me around like that. You just click. There's little pictures that show it. Um, I guess I could even, well, yeah, very meta presentation here. Share the StreamYard screen. Yeah, well, that's kind of confusing, but anyway, if I get me out of it, you can see that's one person, two people. It's you by yourself is that one. That's you down at the bottom. Anyway, it's very simple. And there's a link. There's a link where you just hit invite and then you can send people the link. I'll show you that real quick. Yeah, most people in like news and politics like me use StreamYard. Once you use it, you can tell. It looks like the Gray Zone uses StreamYard. Gonzalo uses StreamYard. The Duran, I don't know exactly. I know Caleb Mompin uses StreamYard. He's the one that told me about it. You just click present or no, invite, and then you can send people this link. And then they'll just literally pop up down here and you click on their face and they show up on the screen. And then you can, it's just so simple. Yeah, it's a good program. Give me money, StreamYard. I'm repping you. Okay, this thing is still doing like speed tests and stuff. How do I turn it off? I'm just going to try to exit out of it. I think I'll take a picture of it. Done all this work. All right, exit out of that. And let's open up Davinci Resolve for the first time. And I'll share that with you. That's another thing I noticed about OBS, or it's like it seems like you have to set up all of your sources before. I'm sure you can do it on the fly, but I don't know. StreamYard, you just click share or present, and then you pick which one you want to use. Seem very simple. Okay, it wants Davinci AI voice isolation, remove loud, undesirable sounds from existing voice recordings in studio. Editors can lock timelines without locking bins. Individual timeline locks. Okay. Audio editing improvements. Review renders and select custom thumbnails for YouTube uploads. Oh, that's cool. That's helpful. Social media vertical and square aspect ratio options and project settings. Vertical resolution support. That's nice if you want to make a phone video, or I was making mobile versions of the oh, how do I say it? Audiobooks. And like it was crazy how you had to do it in iMovie. You had to like literally export the video and then like in Finder like hit move it like this, like rotate it and then re-import it and then I was like, this is insane. There has to be native ways to do this. Automatic dialogue leveler, that's awesome. So it'll just make the voices level. Enhanced subtitle tracks, track presets, per track formatting, and individual caption property overrides. Performance boost optimizations up to 10 times faster text, 5 times stabilization, and face refinement. Sounds great. So let's see. Where can I? It is like taking over my screen, and I'm not able to share what I'm looking at with you. I'm going to figure this out. I guess it doesn't want me to do that. So, quick setup. Okay. It's checking my system to make sure it'll work, and it does work. I really want to be able to share this with you, but it's not showing up. I don't want to share my whole screen. So I'm just going to click through this. Yes. What type of project would you like to start? I guess an Ultra HD project. Continue. I'll store it in users. Tyler McConnell movies. That sounds great. Familiar with another non-linear editor? Choose the layout that you currently use. You know, I guess I kind of just want to learn from scratch. Apple Final Cut Pro X would be the one I'd pick, but I don't know if I want to learn that. I just kind of want to learn Davinci, so I'm going to pick Davinci. You're all set. We hope you enjoyed Davinci Resolve 18.1. Okay, cool, Davinci Resolve. Can I share that now? Yes, I can. There you guys go. So now you can see this is what it looks like when you fire it up. Scanning, so it's scanning some audio effects I installed when I had Ableton installed. It's going through all that. See if I can like put this over here maybe. Oh, I don't like that. It won't let me snap it half my screen. It wants a lot of screen. That's not cool. Okay. So I'm in it now. It doesn't really show you what I'm looking at, which is kind of strange. Let me try to share it again. So yeah, that's what it looks like when you open it up. I'm gonna make a documentary about me cooking a turkey for the first time. And so let's look at the manual and just get going on it. I don't feel like dropping those clips in just yet. We'll do that next week. Today we'll read a little bit of the manual just so we feel like I read something from it. But we got Davinci Resolve up and running today. We'll start with the beginner's guide made for the last version, but I'm sure it still works. So, just doing an hour tonight, and then I'm out of here. I'm gonna go back upstairs and babysit. My wife babysits all day, and she loves a little break, and I don't blame her. I love my babies, so. All right, beginner's guide to Davinci Resolve 17 here. I wonder if I make this big, if it'll go on across the whole screen. Yeah, it does. Cool. Okay. High-speed editing with the cut page, edit page quick start, organizing a new project, assembling a rough cut, moving clips in the timeline, refining a timeline, applying transitions and effects, working with audio on the edit page, performing primary color corrections, making secondary adjustments, designing creative looks, mixing sound in Fairlight, creating effects in Fusion, delivering a final program, managing media and databases. Welcome to the beginner's guide to Davinci Resolve 17. Davinci Resolve 17 is the only post-production solution that brings editing, color correction, audio, post, and visual effects together in the same software application. The most exciting thing about Davinci Resolve 17 is the revolutionary new cut page, which is designed specifically for the fastest possible editing when working with tight deadlines. It's an alternative edit page with a newly styled editing interface that eliminates unnecessary steps to edit. Plus, it's combined with new tools, all designed to help you work faster than ever before. Davinci Resolve 17 also includes even more advanced color correction, powerful new editing options on the traditional edit page, vastly improved Fairlight digital audio tools, and even faster 2D and 3D visual effects compositing on the Fusion page. Davinci Resolve 17 enables you to switch between creative tasks without having to export or translate files between different applications. Best of all, Davinci Resolve 17 is absolutely free. Plus, we've made sure that the free version of Davinci Resolve actually includes more features than any paid editing system. That's pretty impressive. That's because at Blackmagic Design, we believe everybody should have the tools to create professional Hollywood caliber content without having to spend thousands of dollars. I hope you'll enjoy using Davinci Resolve, and we can't wait to see the amazing work you produce. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's their acknowledgments. This guy that wrote this is a certified master Jedi of black magic. Black Magic is an interesting name for a Hollywood company, I will say. But, he also has worked at Avid and Apple Inc.'s professional product group. He's taught the best, it says. So hopefully he can teach me. Getting started. Let's see how we're doing on time. Oh, you know what? We can get through getting started. Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Davinci Resolve 17, the official Blackmagic design, training, and certification book that teaches editors, artists, and students how to edit, composite, color correct, and mix audio in Davinci Resolve. All you need is a Mac or a Windows computer, the free download version of Davinci Resolve, and a passion to learn and tell your story. Boy, do I ever have that. This official step-by-step training guide covers the basics of editing, visual effects, motion graphics, color correction, and audio, so you can start creating your own Hollywood caliber film and video today. What you'll learn: how to edit, add effects, and post to the web fast using the new cut page. You'll learn how to set up projects, import media, and use metadata to speed up your work. You'll learn how to mark selections, edit clips in the timeline, and context-sensitive trimming. How to retime clips, add transitions, and pan and scan photos. Working with new title templates. That was the thing I made me so mad in what's it called? iMovie. You couldn't stretch a photo. I was like, what in the world? It would just have black bars. I was like, I want it to fill the frame, and there's no way to do that. How to retime clips, add transitions, and pan and scan photos. Working with new title templates, creating your own titles and adding animation. How to navigate the Fusion page. Use a node-based interface for visual effects compositing. Primary, secondary corrections using Davinci Resolve's legendary color tools, how to match shots, use color management, create looks, grade multiple clips, how to use power windows, track objects in a shot, use curves, and add resolve effects. Audio sweetening and mixing using the Fairlight audio tools. Record voice over directly into the timeline. Use new Fairlight effects to improve audio quality. How to deliver projects to a variety of formats and share directly to YouTube and Vimeo. Dozens of tips and tricks throughout the book that will transform how you work. It's always interesting to read these books years later because these like platforms will be like how to write on AOL and Alta Vista. We'll see, YouTube, how much staying power you have. Okay. There's literally a beginner's guide, a colorist guide, an editor's guide, a Fairlight audio guide, a visual effects guide. So we can dig into all these. We can probably learn this program forever. After completing this book, you're encouraged to take a 1-hour, 50-question online proficiency exam to receive a certificate of completion from Blackmagic Design. You know that would be cool. I kind of like little self-taught hoops like that. They're kind of fun. I did that when I became Smart Recovery certified. 50 hours of how to use logic to not ruin your life with drugs and alcohol. I got a little certificate to prove that I can show you that with the pros and cons chart, how that will ruin your life. Thank you, Albert Ellis and Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy. What was the other guy's name that did CBT? David Beck or something like that. I don't know. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Don't do it. Activating event. The link to the online exam can be found on the Blackmagic Design training page. Okay. So we might come back and become certified. You guys could see me really succeed. Okay. So this works. Okay. And not the Max Thor app. Okay. Well, I think this works. Okay, we've downloaded it. When you're ready to download the lesson files, lesson files contain all the content for this book. Okay. Let's see if these are additional files I can download. Well, that's not what that says. Where did my book go? Copy. Training. Okay. Scroll the page until you locate the beginner's guide to DaVinci 17. Where's it at? Okay, I see that. Click the part 1 link to download the media. Oh, okay. Part 1. Okay. Okay, I'm downloading it. It's 6 gigs in size. All right, well, I'm going to click download. I'm not going to wait. And then we'll pick up there tomorrow. That's a good place to remember. We've downloaded these files that take 25 minutes. And then we'll pick up from there. It's a good place to start. So let's go back to just me. Let's do my little spiel here. So they said there's 3 things that people like to do when they're looking for stuff to watch on the internet. 3 E's. Educate, encourage, and entertain. There they are. I tried to do all of those today. You should download this program with me and also learn from absolute scratch how to use the best video editing software on the planet. If it's good enough for Hollywood, it's probably good enough for you. I would imagine it'll get your propaganda across. So, if you liked what I did, my favorite way to support me is buy me a coffee / Tyler McConnell. You can give once or become a member, which we all love membership. It's nice. You get to see it. You're like, wow, I'm going to make $4 next month. Thank you, Jimmy. That's it right there. Buymeacoffee.com. And as always, I like to also encourage you to join our political organization, which the guy that set it up, cpiusa.org, Caleb Maupin, is the reason I'm on YouTube at all. He encouraged me to get over my fear and just do it. I love that guy, and he's going to be live streaming at 9. So check him out, and I hope you liked day 1 of Davinci Resolve. Day 2, we're going to start them training files, and that'll be next Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're learning GIMP because we do not support Adobe in this basement because I don't want to pay for Photoshop until the day I'm dead. And it appears GIMP and the Linux dudes, the open source GIMPers, can you say that on the internet? I don't know. Interesting name for an image editing software. I think it's what's it stand for? GNU. Is it like General Image? Well, something. It has an actual, it's not the Pulp Fiction definition. It stands for something wholesome. But we're learning GIMP tomorrow. It appears to be just as good as Photoshop and doesn't cost anything. Absolutely free. So we're going to check that out tomorrow. I already have that one installed, and we'll start going through the manual, try to find some lessons. So I love y'all. We got a snow day here in Missouri. As teachers, snow days are like the cold version of summer. And people hate on teachers for having snow days in summertime. Well, you too. I went to a work study school. You can go and set and read Hemingway for 4 years. And then you too can do it. They're bending over backwards for teachers. So don't hate the player, hate the game, y'all. And on that note, I love y'all. I'm going to go upstairs and snuggle my babies. So God bless you, and I'll see you next week. See you tomorrow, really. Gimpers. Love y'all. Peace.